Hello again. What makes being human special? Have you really thought about that? Most people haven't really gone in depth about it, and it is rather advanced. So here we go. The significance of being human is that every other creature has their territory and boundaries. Humans are the same, but something within you is longing to be boundless. This boundlessness you can call God. This boundlessness you can call adventure, because our nature is to be curious. This boundlessness is a form of expression. An artist is always creating something new. This boundlessness can also be pushing your relationships to new limits or breaking off relationships. This boundlessness is not something that we have, it is something that we are. You can find examples of this in other cultures, and every part of the world can help you understand this a bit better. So, for example, you do not have a soul, you are a soul. You have a body. Another example is consciousness is not from God. Consciousness is God. Consciousness has a body. You can use a simple fruit as an example. The fruit does not have nourishment. The fruit is nourishment. The fruit has a peel or skin. What makes humans special is there are no boundaries to intelligence. But just like every other creature that has their territory and boundaries, humans do the same thing because intelligence is also our greatest weakness. All the things you conclude about this universe is a boundary. All the things that you like and dislike are boundaries. All the things you include and exclude in your life are boundaries. The more boundaries you make, the more pieces of information you leave out, the more you are naturally in conflict with something else. So, because intelligence has no boundaries, you as an individual also need to break down as many boundaries as possible. Why? Because anything that you experience as a part of yourself, you will not be in conflict with. With so many boundaries, you think you have intelligence. You do not have intelligence, you are intelligence. You have the capacity to benefit or suffer from intelligence. Jeff Lieberman uses a good metaphor, and he says, just like an ocean is water in motion, we can call a certain part of the ocean a wave. But it gives us the illusion that a wave is a separate part in the ocean, but a wave is not in the ocean, a wave is the ocean. And in a similar way, we are not the waves. Oh man. This is some deep stuff. Now I'm going to use an example of art in comparison with this source of intelligence that I've been speaking about. If you have ever seen drip painting art, your mind goes blank. How you paint is not deliberate or random, but some place in between. An amazing scribble of colors, which is called automatic art. What if instead of making this art without thinking, you say, I can't paint anything unless I know exactly why I'm painting it? What would happen? You would not make a single mark. So, in a similar way, if you think you cannot believe any of this unless you have all the facts, what would happen? In other words, why is this profundity about humanity not more well known? So the answer is you would never learn anything, or you would argue about it endlessly. The whole point of all of this is to show you that we are not just some species, but actually the source of creation that can create itself. If you want other videos of reference, I'll link them in the description to help you better understand. There is a good reason why you don't learn about this in conventional education is because if it was easy, everyone would know about it. This is pretty advanced stuff, especially to explain as simple as possible. In many ways, it's better not to be taught these things because if you misunderstand something like this, it can be dangerous. That is why it is better to seek out personal development if you have the capacity for these things like psychology, spirituality, philosophy. It's something like non-duality most people don't know about. So I will leave you with a simple quote. There is never a lack of knowledge, always a misuse of knowledge. You do not give a knife to a child because it is dangerous. It is a matter of a stable enough hand.